Perfect. for joining us here inside of Finley Stadium, coming to you live via 11 Sports and FIFA Plus from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Regular season action in the National Independent Soccer Association. Los Angeles Force have made the journey from Los Angeles, California to take on Chattanooga Football Club. The Force are 4-2-1 overall in the season. 4 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Chattanooga Football Club remains undefeated through 10 regular season contests, 7 wins and 3 draws. I'm Gabriel Schrei here alongside my good friend and Chattanooga Football Club legend, Zeka Fejas. Today we'll be bringing you all of the action between these 2 great ball clubs. Well, we had some weather challenges to start this evening of soccer, a doubleheader here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. As you can see, the women played first against Soda City FC. A 7-0 victory on the women's side to close out their season. Very impressive stuff. Able to navigate the weather. It was about an hour-and-a-half delay. And now the men's starting just an hour behind schedule here tonight, Zeka.
Hey Gabe, hey everyone following the game with us. Yeah, a game with some different circumstances, some things we can't control like the weather. Let's see how the players behave, if they're gonna adjust it, be as well prepared as they were before. But again, a game with some uncertain circumstances that is gonna play out today during the, especially the beginning of the match.
Fantastic. We break for the national anthem and we'll return momentarily. Beautiful rendition of the American national anthem, and we are just moments away from kickoff here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga Football Club playing host to the Los Angeles Force in the National Independent Soccer Association Game of the Week. 4-2-1 LA Force, undefeated, 7-3-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Gabriel Schrei here alongside my good friend Zeka Fejas. FIFA Plus 11 Sports, just moments away from kickoff. Zeka, any final thoughts on what Chattanooga Football Club might be doing to prepare for this? And the humidity, obviously, probably a factor for LA and the Force.
Yeah, but, if there's one thing the rain did was to cool off the temperature, so I think it's going to be an advantage for both teams, not having to deal with that crazy heat that we've seen, throughout these past couple of weeks. The only bad side of that rain was the delay on the start, but for anything else, the rain's helping right now for the temperatures and then for the players probably to last a little longer, with their runs and their fatigue building up to, this deep season. But, both teams, or at least CFC that I'm aware of, has had, a week break, so they should be fresh and ready to go.
Fantastic. Just seconds away from kickoff. FIFA Plus 11 Sports, National Independent Soccer Association. We are excited. Probably a bit of a good thing that it did rain because the heat was absolutely sweltering this afternoon in Chattanooga.
Yeah, it's being warm. It's getting up there, and the humidity, not a lot of wind as well when the temperatures get up there, and it's hard to, maintain a pace or maintain, the full speed on runs and things like that. So I'm glad we're not going to have that factor, and it should help for the spectacle. It should help for the game to be played well, and both teams should display their best soccer.
I tweeted out a clip of Chattanooga's beloved Chattahooligans making their way into the stadium through a torrential downpour. I mean, it was a near harrowing amount of rain, and they came in banging their drums in full force. It's worth a look. You have to love fans that dedicated to the love of the game, only in soccer.
I mean, those guys are loyal. I wish the players could have probably, I'm not sure if they're aware of, but I hope they are, what those guys are going through to make into the game, to be here supporting them. It means a lot for them to going through things like that, like the weather, and still, show up for an afternoon or evening. That turns out to be not a bad one.
Starting lineups here this evening for both clubs. First for Chattanooga Football Club, starting at keeper, Gene Antoine. He has been just fantastic this season for Chattanooga Football Club. Alongside him, Bowers, Perez, Dixon, Stripling, Alvarenga, Louis, Mwape, Capizzucci, McGrath, and Nagelstad. For the Los Angeles Force, Gomed, Villatoro, Salazar, Correa Sanchez, Plasencia, Hale, Juarez Rodriguez, Keenan, Tayu, Hernandez, and Rivas all getting the nod in the start here in the Scenic City tonight. Just moments away from kickoff. Not a lot of changes to the starting lineups for these two football clubs.
But a key change from CFC, we got to acknowledge that from the beginning. Key change on the back line. See Antoine taking a break today, Capizzucci stepping in. See how the team's going to behave with that.
Chattanooga Football Club will start with the ball. Here's the long delivery, skying this one up the pitch, and it escapes. Far side off of the brickwork. Los Angeles will throw in. 4-2-1 LA Force on the road, a 2,000-mile journey from California to Tennessee to battle Chattanooga Football Club. We have it live here for you. 11 Sports, FIFA Plus. Gabriel Schrei with Zeka Fejas. 4-2-1 LA battling undefeated 7-3-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Chattanooga through the middle third of the pitch. That's Nagelstad who left it off. Perez doesn't like the look. He'll flip it to the back. CFC working in a horseshoe shape, coming to the close side initially. They reverse fields again. Working his way, picking his way down into the midfield area. Working this back and forth, Capizzucci. He goes up, far side, just in the touchline. Here's a long feed, looking for Louis, headed away and now cleared by LA and the Force immediately. Great clear on the far side by Keenan. Chattanooga rejected on the aerial attack, will reset. Going over the top has certainly been a big part of the strategy for Chattanooga this season. Alvarenga feeling the heat of Los Angeles, flips this over the center field stripe. Unable to be gathered there as he's pursued by Hale. Chattanooga to the far side of the pitch. Perez. Pressed just a bit. CFC all the way back to Antoine. Antoine has been so good this season for Chattanooga. He was the Golden Glove winner last season, and he's having another incredible campaign this year. Chattanooga goes to Dixon, the captain, just along the center circle. This one is loose. Stripling running down the football. He'll finesse this back to Antoine. Antoine touches this far side of the box. Chattanooga towards the middle third. It's Nagelstad to Louis, who's along the touchline.
Gabe, as you can see, LA putting pressure on CFC on this first half, and CFC, having trouble getting out of that press.
Perez trying to go over the top to Juan Louis. A foot race to the football. This one just along the touchline. It looks like it escaped over the goal line, so a corner kick coming. Alex McGrath, he has 2 goals and an assist to this point on the season for Chattanooga Football Club. Constantly in the mix. He'll be the one to deliver from the corner here in the 3rd minute. Chattanooga loading the box up out front. Here's the delivery, backside. Aiden Bowers can't quite get a helmet on that one.
Yeah, just a little deep, but it wasn't a bad ball from McGrath. You know, CFC getting up there with some long, more direct balls today, you know, but I'm sure the strategy, as it has been, it is to play through the back, you know, build up with the ball on their feet. Let's see how they're going to do that today with LA pressing them so well so far.
Aiden Bowers, number 2. It's his birthday today, Chattanooga Football Club player. Happy birthday, Aiden.
Yeah, let's see if he can get himself a birthday present today, huh?
A little gift
nice
for himself down on the pitch. Chattanooga Football Club working this one all around. Capizzucci up to Bowers. Bowers comes close side. After the corner kick and the scoring chance a moment ago, Chattanooga back in a bit of a defensive shell and feeling the heat from Los Angeles. This is Louis along the touchline on the far side. Now from the midfield stripe, a deep delivery, looking inside, a bit of a chance. Marcus Nagelstad misfires, Louis battling for it. Nagelstad loses it, regathered by Perez. Perez being followed closely by Villatoro. Chattanooga still with the football. Perez, D'd up by Villatoro, goes to the captain. He comes right back to him. 2 defenders closed in quickly there. Stripling misjudges the distance. This one will escape over the touchline and go to the force of Los Angeles. Moha Hale throws this in quickly. Moving with great pace, Hansen centers up the football. This one arcing to the far side of the pitch. Los Angeles going to the backside. They'll reset all the way back to the keeper. Brandon Gomez standing along the corner of the goal box. Gomez skies this one down the pitch over the head of Capizzucci, over to Stripling. We're into the 5th minute, still scoreless. A few quality scoring chances early on in a chess match underway here in the Scenic City between the Los Angeles Force and Chattanooga Football Club. Thank you for tuning in. FIFA Plus 11 Sports. I'm Gabriel Schrei here with my good friend Zeka Fejas.
Yes, Gabe, we saw just a couple of moments ago, great movement from McGrath, making a deep run while Juan was checking in, a great ball playing in the back, a good cross. Unfortunately, not a shot came from it, but we see CFC trying to find solutions from the challenges LA has presented. And, you know, CFC has definitely learned a couple of lessons on the way on this league, and especially last game playing against Club de Leon. Maybe the perfect opponent to build up to a game like this against LAFC, a quality team coming from the West Coast.
Mawape with a touch on it into 2 defenders' boots, and this one cleared by Los Angeles. The Force have really done a great job of building up a wall here through the first few minutes of action.
Oh yeah, they probably studied CFC's game for a while, you know, preparing for this match, and they have lined up in a way that has been creating a lot of trouble for CFC to get out of it.
It certainly feels like the target on the back of Chattanooga Football Club just grows a little larger with each passing week as they remain undefeated.
Yeah, any team on this league would love to get some points here, either with a tie or with a win. But, you know, CFC playing at home with a lot of confidence leads us to believe that, you know, that won't be the case.
Well, after a rainy evening and afternoon and some brutal thunderstorms, a good turnout here in Finley Stadium. The stands are filled. Chattanooga battling for the ball in the corner on the far side. Alvarenga can't keep it away from Correa Sanchez. He's still down on the pitch. Hopefully he's all right. They'll check on him. Ivan Hernandez, really the player to watch and keep an eye on from the Los Angeles Force tonight. If you're not familiar, a defender who's played in 7 games, starting each one, accumulating over 600 minutes. He's scored 2 goals and provided an assist to his teammates as well. And of course, for the boys in blue, it's Marcus Nagelstad, winner of the Golden Boot last season. Tied for the league lead in goals here tonight as well. Chattanooga Football Club trying to fit this inside, past the leg of Dixon. LA Force, long feed, close side, it's Hale. He's got a lot of space and a convoy. Hale flips this to the corner of the box, and the intercept made by Mawape. Great play defensively by Kelvin Mawape. Midfielder from Zambia. Scored a brace in his first ever game in Nisa. In fact, he has 3 goals, which is tied for 5th in the league.
Yeah, he has been a key player in key moments, you know, on his first match like you spoke about. And then a game away against Maryland, he coming in clutch, you know, in times that CFC definitely needed.
Just amazing to watch him work with the football. His footwork is next level.
Yes, and working off the ball as well, coming in to defend this last counterattack effort from LA Force. Pardon me.
Chattanooga back to the midfield stripe. Long feed to Perez along the touchline. Pressure there. He's able to flip it up to Alvarenga. Too much pressure, so Chattanooga will take some time and go back to the middle of the field. Passed off to McGrath. That's the captain. Long pass. This is Mawape. Mawape approaching the box. There's that footwork, turning inside, fakes the shot, turns around, gives it off. Stripling tries for the shot. This one will find its way out of play, and the whistle on some action that happened off of the ball.
Free kick in a dangerous position. Mwapi gets caught on his feet. The referee calls for an advantage, but then recalls for the foul. And as we know, Gabe, we have somebody who might be a little bit of a specialist when it comes to free kicks on that range.
Marcus Nagelstad, 49 career goals with Chattanooga Football Club. He has 7 goals this season alone.
And I believe his last one was a free kick, if I'm not mistaken.
It was indeed. At home, he has been a free kick machine for Chattanooga Football Club. An unbelievable goal in added time against Club de Leon to maintain the undefeated status of CFC last time out. Prior to that, he had a thriller on a free kick as well here inside of Finley Stadium. 3 players. McGrath leaves it. Here comes Nagelstad, bending it towards the corner, and the save. What a play by Brandon Gomez. He'll be talking about that on the bus ride home.
Yeah, that was a good save, a good free kick. You know, he didn't take too much of a distance. It didn't even look that he could put that much pace on the ball. But the ball came in hot, and the goalkeeper was well positioned and made a good save.
Here's the corner to McGrath. All the way back to the captain, Richard Dixon. Dixon to Mawape. Mawape in the channel, feeling some pressure, centers it up, taken at by Nagelstad. Here's a second chance by Bowers. This one skies out of play. Midway through the 11th minute here in Chattanooga, CFC and the Los Angeles Force are deadlocked. We're scoreless in NISA regular season league play. 4-2-1 LA Force, the undefeated 7-3-0 Chattanooga Football Club. I'm Gabriel Schrei here with Zeka Fejas. If you're just joining us on 11 and FIFA, this is a great game. Brandon Gomez walking this one way out. Nagelstad hunting him there. He's able to sky this one up the pitch, and the Force work this one off of the field of play.
Yeah, both teams pressing one another. CFC replicating what LA Force has done, you know, stepping up their lines, forcing those long balls. The goalkeeper for LA Force has a really good footwork, and as you can see, he played a very nice ball through the middle. Luckily, they weren't able to play from that, but, you know, they have options.
The Force have scored 10 goals in 7 games this season. So far, they've not brought really any pressure against Chattanooga Football Club. That's something that's going to have to change if they want to escape and head back to California with 3 points.
Yeah, well, they had a long ride here. You know, they're probably feeling CFC in these first couple of minutes. You know, they're probably trying to stay safe and put. And then as the games play, you know, we might be seeing more efforts from them.
Here's a good feed for Chattanooga Football Club. It's Juan Louis who's in the corner. Heavily defended, has it along the end line and able to escape the clutches of Salazar. Flipped back to Perez. Perez from outside the corner of the box, not liking the pressure. Here's the captain. Dixon in trouble, double teamed, sliding and moving the football up to Nagelstad. Now here's McGrath to Mawape. Mawape just along the 18. Mawape deking, driving to the edge of the goal box. Centering feed comes off the boots of a defender and over the goal line.
CFC is displaying good patience with the ball, picking the correct moment, the correct passes. The ball gets to Mumu. He makes the correct move, beats the defenders to the line. Unfortunately, not a cross comes from it, but you know, CFC displaying a mature football here on this first half, this first couple of minutes.
A dangerous situation for the Force and their keeper, Gomez. He's been a reliable shot stopper this season. A big performance here tonight could help LA escape with some points. Another test to be had here early. Mawape is in the corner for the kick. Nagelstad's on the far side of the goal box on the corner of it. Mawape flips this one into play and taken away immediately by the Force, but the whistle. This one will be turned back over to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the referee saw there. He raised his flag like he was an offside, but hard to tell exactly what's going on.
Gomez will take this from the corner. We're coming up on the 15th minute here inside of Finley Stadium. Still a clean sheet between these two NISA franchises in regular season play. The game of the week for the National Independent Soccer Association. Capizzucci in pursuit of the football. Back to Antoine. Antoine, the aerial coming close side. Stripling headers it, and it'll find its way just along the bench. And head coach of Chattanooga, Rod Underwood. Alex Lujan, the bench boss for the Force. Rod Underwood leading the way for Chattanooga Football Club. And a lot of contact along the touchline as the whistle sounds.
Yeah, LA Force player coming in too hot, too fast. Wasn't able to stop himself as Balders made a good move and a good foul call from the referee.
Oscar Correa Sanchez, just too much contact with Aiden Bowers. Rod Underwood in his second year at the helm for Chattanooga Football Club, and what a memorable, magical season this is shaping up to become for the boys in blue.
Yeah, they're playing well. You know, it's definitely noticeable when they step up against oppositions from all over the country and how well they perform, you know, stepping up with some good teams and keeping it level and performing, you know, in a manner that, you know, makes Chattanooga very proud.
Mawape double teamed as he tried to fight his way along the box. Alex V there along with Rivas, and they're able to clear it out of play, preventing the threat. And Gomez will certainly take that. Los Angeles putting us back underway. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Gomez crosses the penalty arc. Pressure coming as he sends this one long. Headed at by Stripling. Now the captain gathers it off of his chest. Football is lost as there's a big collision. Dixon wants the call. Salazar is holding his knee and still down on the turf.
Yeah, the ball gets away from Richard, you know, probably more than he would like so. He stretches his legs out. In my opinion, you know, he caught the ball, not much of a foul, but, you know, LA Force playing this like if it was a dangerous foul. Some people were asking for a card, which luckily the referee didn't buy it. And, you know, a foul for LA Force, you know, could have been worse with the yellow card. Luckily, Richard gets off that one without it.
Rodriguez and Rivas there. The delivery, a long ball. Antoine comes out and flashes the gloves. Too easy for him. He is just incredible to watch play, isn't he?
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Chattanooga to the far side, it's Perez. Perez all the way back as CFC resets to some degree. Chattanooga Football Club, the close side, it's Stripling. Stripling finesses this one up to Alvarenga. He's double teamed. Stripped away momentarily by Correa Sanchez. CFC keeps it. On the center circle, the captain Dixon, all the way back to Capizzucci. CFC will try again. Alvarenga in traffic. Flipped back to Perez. Perez just over the midfield stripe. Chattanooga knows what they want, trying to draw bodies down, it appears, towards the center of the pitch. Stripling. Long feed along the touchline. Mawape, who is double teamed off the inside of a boot of a defender. Up to Nagelstad. What a pass! The shot saved by Gomez. Incredible heads-up play by the keeper, Gomez, to blocker that one away.
Wow, what a play, what a pass from Nagelstad, feeding McGrath on a beautiful run. He takes a good shot on target. LA's Force goalkeeper, again, well positioned. Palms that away, but a nice build up from CFC. What a way to think fast and you know, very good skill and beautiful pass by Nagelstad.
Los Angeles. Good feed, close side, Rivas. Mawape bringing the heat, able to finesse this one up the pitch. Alex V put it back. Correa Sanchez to the far side. Up along the turf, a long feed, no one there to receive it, and Antoine will gather up the football here to open the 20th minute of play. Still scoreless in Chattanooga, Tennessee on 11 Sports and FIFA Plus. The game of the week for the National Independent Soccer Association. Thank you for tuning in. We've had some thrilling scoring chances, and I'm sure we'll have more in just moments between Chattanooga Football Club and the Los Angeles Force. I'm Gabriel Schrei here with Zeka Fejas. Thank you for tuning in. Zeka, Chattanooga really seems to be sticking with the same strategy here. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep, you know, some different personnel, but the team, you know, playing very similarly as they have done. You know, things are going well for CFC, so I understand not wanting to change. And, you know, it's a deep season, and as you can see, I think CFC has picked up a couple of things on, you know, every game, you know, building up and getting better, which is a positive thing to notice as we follow, you know, the consecutive amount of games, you know, playing against sometimes similar opposition more than once and learning as we go. That's a very nice thing that CFC has going this season.
Here's CFC working the football into the attacking third. Perez doesn't like it. What should fans expect as they stick with this strategy? What would you say Chattanooga is trying to do?
Well, Chattanooga is trying to display the game, you know, in a way that, you know, is pleasant for people in the stadium, you know, for kids, for everybody that loves the sport of soccer. That's what we want to come out here and see. You know, good passes, good movements, more thinking fast, you know, and that's the strategy CFC has displayed so far. And CFC has been flexible as well. Sometimes we go long, sometimes we have deeper options, you know, a good bench. And it's been amazing to notice, you know, the development of this team and how it has grown and keep growing as you know, that the games go by.
Force flipped this one to the close side. Los Angeles, long feed up along the touchline. Football lost momentarily. A battle for possession. Chattanooga thought they had it. Mawape trying to run it down. Rivas keeping his body between the players and the ball, and a shove and whistle. A big shove.
Nice pressure applied by Mumu and McGrath. they end up, with the foul being called. Possession goes back to CFC, which is exactly what they want and what they're trying to do there, either collecting the ball from the defender or calling for a foul. And they got that. CFC has the ball back, and now again, go for, options here, trying to play through LA Force.
McGrath and Mwape centered up bottom of your screen to take the kick. Mwape back to the captain, Richard Dixon. Mwape far side through the center circle. Perez double teamed, in trouble, taken away by Los Angeles. 2-on-2. Long feed, foot race to the ball, and Antoine wins it. Great outlet pass for Franck Taillou. He just couldn't beat Antoine to the ball.
Yeah, Lopez getting caught there in possession. Has to be careful, has to play fast, even though it's tempting to beat defenders who's coming on for a press. He needs to think about the overall strategy of the game, and what's easy and safest on these kinds of possessions.
To the close side, Los Angeles. Mwape takes it away. Kelvin Mwape pursued by Rivas. He goes for the tackle. He evades him. Long pass, close side, missed McGrath, and keeps it on the touchline. Here's the pass inside of the 18. Chattanooga slowing it up. Didn't like the look initially. Alvarenga along the box, shot deflected off the boot of a defender, packing the box, and it pays off for Los Angeles. Chattanooga Football Club keeps it moving. Perez flips this back to Alvarenga, and CFC will go all the way back and take a moment here. Stripling through the center circle. Chattanooga not liking the penetration they're getting. I mentioned him already once, but Hernandez, obviously the anchor of the defense for Los Angeles, standing back along the edge of the penalty arc. Here comes Chattanooga. What a move to stay on his feet with the football. Mwape deking. Double team momentarily. Stripling tries to pass it inside off the boots of a defender. Good play by Hale initially to force that one over the touchline. Correa Sanchez working the football into the center of the pitch, trying to take it away. CFC cannot tackle the ball from Los Angeles, skying the football, backside, a foot race to it, and Chattanooga wins it back to their keeper. Threat eliminated momentarily as Perez and Chattanooga Football Club make their way into the middle third of the pitch. Chattanooga's Perez with a burst. Sends this one along the edge of the box, a race to it down along the goal line. Juan Louis was trying to beat out Taillou. Football will go back to the Force.
One thing that I've been enjoying today, Gabe, is CFC's efforts going forward. A lot of people around the ball trying to play, but even though when LA Force collects it and wins it back, they can't play out of it because everybody on CFC's team is tuned in, to stay on LA Force's feet, so they have no options right now going forward. Any efforts from them are being shut down very well by Bowers and Capizzucci today.
Chattanooga so aggressive, so heavy defensively. Here come the Force to test that right on cue. Los Angeles, long feed, far side, inside of the touchline, looking along the corner of the box, stripped away by Perez, regathered by LA. Louis has the football for the moment. Flag is up as there's a lot of contact there between Villatoro and Louis.
Yeah, CFC also has to be careful, LA Force will prefer a physical game instead of a tactical game. So every time CFC gets in those battles, 1v1s, with LA Force, sometimes it can play to their advantage. CFC has to stay smart, playing possession, good tactics like we have, trying to stay away from those individual battles that sometimes can hurt us on positions like, closer to our goal, where we need to be safe and avoid giving away cheaper goals.
Stripling through the center circle, left off, far side. Chattanooga along the touchline, not liking the look. Chattanooga trying to go around a defender, taken away by LA, and the pass comes off of the shoulder of a teammate. Man slow to rise, we'll get a restart. Correa, Sanchez, Villalobos, they've really been controlling midfield. Haven't been able to create a lot of opportunities, though, for the Force, trying to work the football up the pitch.
Yeah, they haven't had trouble with CFC. CFC's, displaying good football today. Everybody's doing their job defensively and offensively. So, a lot of trouble right now for LA Force to come up with a situation here that could hurt CFC.
Stripling all the way back. Capizzucci up to McGrath. Chattanooga into the attacking third, skying the football, backside. Rivas headers it away. Los Angeles vying for possession. Two athletes tied up along the touchline. Over to Stripling. Stripling to Dixon, the captain, all the way back to Capizzucci. Chattanooga will reset and try again. Over the center circle, this is the captain, Richard Dixon. Stripling went up. Over to the far side. Bowers with a move along the edge of the box through the penalty arc. Lots of traffic. Chattanooga close side. Kelvin Mawape. Mawape into the 18. Mawape leaving it off for a teammate. Football is loose. Pinballed around momentarily. Somehow Kelvin Mawape comes away with it. Flipped all the way back to Capizzucci. This is the captain. Distributes this far side all the way up to Louis. Louis heavily defended here just along the box. Left off for Nagelstad. He's D'd up immediately. Back to Perez. Perez to Louis. He flips it back to him. Outside of the 18, he's looking, loses his footing momentarily on a blown tire. Back up with the ball. Off to McGrath. He comes back to him along the touchline. Louis keeps it in play. Looking for McGrath down near the end line. Correa, Sanchez bringing the pressure. And it's a lot for Chattanooga Football Club. Looking inside, doesn't like the look. Back to Louis. He thinks he has a seam. Tries to go around a defender. This one popped up and over the end line.
CFC keeping possession in very tight spaces. We have players like Juan, Mumu, Beto, those quick feet. Keeping the ball in very narrow channels through the field. It's a nice thing CFC has it going, but at the end of the day, we got to create a final product, and we would like to see maybe more crosses or shots. That so far hasn't happened as much as we would like to.
Here's the corner, the header and the goal! Chattanooga Football Club put a bow on it. Happy birthday to Aiden Bowers. It's 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club.
We were just talking before the match when we mentioned his birthday, that maybe today he was playing, with something extra on his sleeve, and definitely today Bowers with a great goal, Prep Litsa not in the field, he's stepping up the big boots, playing well, with the goal, well deserved, nice to see him getting a score sheet.
1-0 Chattanooga Football Club in the National Independent Soccer Association Game of the Week. We're in the 31st minute, and the undefeated CFC Boys in Blue lead Los Angeles Force 1-0. 11 Sports, FIFA Plus. Thank you for tuning in. Aiden Bowers with a beautiful goal. It's his first of the season as well.
Yeah, well deserved today. He's been, playing so well, since, we have a couple of changes on the back line. He's displaying good football today with the ball on his feet and ends up with a header for the goal. Well positioned. I'm sure LA Force not happy with that, playing against the leader on the table. Conceding a set piece is definitely not what they wanted, coming here all the way from LA. I'm sure the players are frustrated, so is the coaching staff, but CFC showing options and how we can hurt them in all sorts of ways. Today, a set piece did the job.
Los Angeles, a win on the 21st against Flower City, 2-1. Hold that thought. Chattanooga Football Club on side, trying to look inside, and Gomez able to gather up the football and eliminate the threat on the goal box. Another dangerous look.
Yeah, what a beautiful run from my Gomez, identifies the space, attacks it. Unfortunately, not a cross came from it, but it's nice to see him recognizing that chance.
This is the force of Los Angeles coming into the attacking third. Passed inside, a couple of quick connections. Alvarenga takes it away. Here's Louis. He's got wheels. What will he do with them? Doesn't like the pressure, flips it back to Perez. Chattanooga Football Club working with the ball through the center of the pitch. And already you see a change of pace in the way that Los Angeles is approaching this game.
Yeah, and you can also notice CFC with a little more confidence, catching up their breather, as the game unfolds, with the positive score sheet. Maybe that plays in to CFC's hand with more confidence playing with the ball.
Nagelstad fires off the side of the goal. Had a scoring chance, wanted to go ahead and take it.
Yeah, I think that ends up being a deflection, but, I'm sure he would take that as a shot.
And now the corner kick for Chattanooga Football Club. Already they've capitalized on these opportunities. Another coming. McGrath to take the kick. Louis out front, Bowers on the backside. This off the boots of a defender and over the touchline immediately.
Yeah, a little changing strategy there, going to the front post instead of those deeper balls that culminated with a goal. CFC just changing things up, trying to keep LA Force on their toes.
Bowers throws this one overhead. The header goes out of play. I believe it came off of Salazar.
Yeah, that's a corner.
Salazar, 5 games, started 2 of them, 1 goal for the Los Angeles Force. He's been very effective defensively. Here's the corner kick, backside this time, and it sails over the end line.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to hit on the free kick. McGrath has done it already today. Unfortunately, wasn't able to execute again on this corner.
Man, I know the delay was a bummer, especially for the fans, and it was a bummer for us up here in the press box waiting for the game to start. But I feel like we got some prime time going on here, Zeka. Late night, got the lights on.
I know. It feels very official, doesn't it? Playing under the lights from right at the beginning of the match.
Los Angeles Force, close side. They've got a head of steam over the midfield stripe. Being harassed from behind by Mawape. Nifty move, pass towards the center of the pitch. LA, backside. Lots of space to work with for the Force. Looking inside, and the skying ball escapes the pitch.
They have options, they have speed. CFC's got to stay alert for those efforts from LAFC. We can't rest on them because they're going to put up, with plays. They're going to require us to recover, So in order to keep our shape, keep our conditioning, not waste too much energy, we've got to be clean on the ball today.
A long trip here for Los Angeles Force. Couple of different ways you can do it. You could take I-40 west. It's 2,000 miles, 3,500 kilometers. Seems unlikely. It'd take 22 hours to drive it. Or you can fly right to the Chattanooga Metropolitan Airport, about $350. It's a 4-hour flight. That's a long one. I've done that.
Yeah, it is. And I doubt that we're able to fly into Chattanooga. Most likely Atlanta or Nashville. So,
would you do a layover and fly to Chat, or would you get a bus in Atlanta and drive?
Yeah, just get a bus in Atlanta and drive. Just to shorten things out. Once you get through the airports, it almost ends up being the same thing.
What a beautiful outlet pass to Mawape. Can't gather it initially. Here it is. Marcus Nagelstad, the howitzer, and the goal! Chattanooga Football Club leads 2-0. He leads the league in scoring, his 8th goal of the season, his 50th career goal.
Wow, what a counter. Marcus dribbling through the middle with options on both of his sides. Decides to take with the left foot, unusual from him, but still precision, power, his instinct, in front of the goal. It doesn't matter whichever body part he chooses to, and today with the left foot, perfect. You know, hitting with another goal. He's 50th with the CFC shirt. I'm sure he's very proud, very happy. You know, what a season so far, and what a game we have witnessed here tonight.
Absolutely incredible. Chattanooga Football Club leading 2-0 inside of Finley Stadium here on 11 Sports and FIFA Plus as we close in on the 58th minute of action between the Los Angeles Force and the Boys in Blue. Gabriel Schrei here with Zeka Fejas. Thank you for tuning in wherever you may be. Excellent, thrilling game of the week in NISA soccer action. The Force now would like to try and even things up a bit and get a goal of their own. Last time Chattanooga scored, we saw a bit of a momentum change. They really seemed to shake up the way they were approaching, attacking, getting into the attacking third. Two players toppled to the turf there and the whistle sounds. Do you think we'll see another momentum change or strategy change here?
Well, definitely strategy change from LA Force. What they have displayed today has not worked. As you see, their whole bench going through a warm-up right now. I'm sure their coaching staff is not happy. CFC now imposing their experience, maturity. How are they going to handle this game? How are they going to manage? So far this season, they have done well in keeping the score sheet as it has been displayed on the first half. So it's going to be interesting to see how these teams are going to behave going, you know, as the game unfolds in front of us.
Here's the kick, headed away by Juan Luis. Run down by the Force and Villatoro. Villatoro battling Luis, looking inside, football is loose, escaped the gloves of Antoine. This is Hernandez. Hernandez back to Rivas. Long ball unleashed inside and deflected away by Chattanooga Football Club. Headed back into the edge of the attacking third for the Force. CFC still looking to clear the football away. This one will come off of the head of Stripling and travel over the end line.
Antoine coming off the goal, clutch there with the slightest of the touch, taking the ball away from LA Force's attacking headers, and you know, doing what he does best, which in my opinion is claiming that ball off those deep crosses. You know, it's a very important skill to have, and he has that, probably the best as we have seen here in this league and this season.
Los Angeles, a corner kick. Can they capitalize? Centering feed, deflected away. Calvin Mwape with the ball, turning about, trying to go long ways over to Nagelstad. Close side, it's got a lot of juice on it. Alvarenga a race to it, and Gomez giving a lucky fan of football. What a catch.
They love that.
Welcome to Chattanooga, Tennessee. We love our soccer here.
Mumu there, leading the counter-attack with the ball in his feet. At first, picks the wrong option. The ball comes back to him. He redeems himself, plays battle. Unfortunately, too long of a ball. The goalkeeper from LA Force comes off the goal and clears that away.
Stripling throws this in back to Capizzucci. Through the center circle, we're into the 41st minute here inside of Finley Stadium. Mwape able to work this to Alvarenga. He was in trouble for a moment. Mwape along the touchline, football right back on his boots. A long feed, Chattanooga trying to buy some space. Stripling didn't like the look. Calvin Mwape, two defenders. Rivas bringing the heat. Splits the difference. Perez kept it alive, a collision, and Mwape is still down covering his face. The officials checking on him and calling on the medical staff.
Yeah, it seems that something off the ball ends up with a collision on Mumus that was trying to go for a run and got blocked by one of LA Force's players.
Took a hit to the face. He is sitting up under his own power and communicating with the athletic staff. Looks like he'll be all right. Mawape will make his way off of the pitch. Looks like they'll leave him in the game as he makes his way back onto the field of play. Stripling. Long feed all the way back. That momentarily delay to check on Calvin Mawape burned 2 minutes off the board. We're now in the 43rd minute here. It's 2-0 Chattanooga, 11 Sports, FIFA Plus. Long feed finds its way up into the front of the stands. The National Independent Soccer Association Game of the Week between undefeated Chattanooga CFC, the boys in blue, playing host 7-3-0 to the Los Angeles Force, who are 4-2-1. A crucial battle for points underway in Chattanooga, a big lead early. This is the captain, Richard Dixon, coming close side to the touchline. Alex McGrath. McGrath just off the box. The captain looking for Mawape. Too much heat on that. Richard Dixon. I've become averse in my old age as an announcer to giving players nicknames, but he is well deserving of the nickname. Of course, he is literally the captain, but the nickname, the captain. He is a leader on the field and off of the field, and just an incredible man.
Yeah, he's one of those players that did not need the captain's armband just for you to understand it and know who he is. He displays that in his character, in the way that that he plays the game. And the armband is just a detail. Everything that he does points out for him being the leader, and you look at him and you understand that.
Los Angeles Force with the football, closing in on the end of this first half of action here on 11 in FIFA. Flipping this down, headed away by Chattanooga. Nagelstad gets it to Alvarenga. Left off, Juan Luis. Foot race around Hernandez. He's got a lot of space. Juan Luis into the 18, looking back to Nagelstad. Marcus Nagelstad flipped back side. Kelvin Mawape, the shot. Gomez gloves it away, trying to clean it up. This is McGrath. Long ball, booted away by Hernandez. Great play defensively to help out Gomez. We've reached full time on this first half, and now we're into added time.
CFC banging on LA Force's door.
Chattanooga Football Club. This is Louis. Just off the box, CFC to Nagelstad. Great looking feed, just off the 18. Chattanooga with it on the penalty arc. The long ball of the score. 3-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Finley Stadium erupts.
What a go by Beto, what a finish. He's been tried a couple of times. On this occasion, he catches the ball so well. The ball goes on the lower corner of LA Force's goal. Impossible for the goalkeeper to do anything about it. He doesn't even move. Glad to see Beto getting the score sheet. CFC displaying beautiful soccer today with the 3-0 in the first half. I don't know if we could ask for anything better.
Alvarenga, his first goal of the season. A 3-0 advantage for Chattanooga Football Club in the NISA League Game of the Week. And that is a tough lead to overcome for the Force of Los Angeles. Thankfully for them, some serious whiteboard time in their future.
Oh yeah, they have the halftime coming up here. And I'm sure, they're going to try to work things out. But the way that it's looking right now, CFC is probably going to add a couple of more. We'll see.
Gomez from on top of the 18. And added time will expire. One half of play is in the books here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. 3-0 Chattanooga Football Club lead over the Los Angeles Force on 11 Sports and FIFA Plus. Zeka, before we go to the break for the half, tell the fans what you're expecting these clubs to do in the locker room.
Well, CFC is always going to be about maintaining and managing the result. LA Force on the completely opposite side, needing to change probably a lot of things if they want to get out of here with their heads lifted high. Otherwise, it's going to be, you know, a longer way right home more than they already have to.
3-0 and a shortened halftime due to the delay in starting tonight's game. Just 15 minutes. Run. Get your popcorn, get your snacks, get your soda. We'll be back with more NISA League action on 11 Sports and FIFA Plus.
Stepping, I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why. I never doubted me, why? I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win. I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend. Only the fan, the kin. Only my wife and my kids. That's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends. Had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win. You know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold. I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb. I spend like I've been broke. Brazil beats.
Step in the kitchen.
Welcome back to Chattanooga, Tennessee. FIFA Plus 11 Sports 3-0 Chattanooga Football Club leading Los Angeles Force in the National Independent Soccer Association Game of the Week. I'm Gabriel Schrein, my good friend and analyst Zeka Fejas here alongside me. Chattanooga Football Club is 7-3-0 on the season, undefeated. Los Angeles and the Force are 4-2-1, just one loss. Battling for critical, crucial points going down the stretch here in this game of the week. Zeka, they've both just had some whiteboard time. 3-0 is a huge advantage for CFC and the boys in blue. What are the Force going to do coming out of the gate?
Well, as you can see, they have some players lining up there. Some substitutions already, in the 45-minute mark, which tells you that, they're probably going to try to change things up a little bit. The way they lined up on the 4-3-3 against CFC, similar 4-3-3, didn't work out for them. So let's be on the look for maybe a change in formation, not only just in personnel, which could switch things up for them and help them to prevent more goals coming in, which is definitely not what they can afford right now since they blew that off on the first half. So expecting changes, and let's see how CFC manages that. It's a mature team who has had that happen to them before and has dealt well with it. So let's see what happens now in the beginning of this first half.
Here's a look at our current standings for the National Independent Soccer Association, presented by Coca-Cola. Chattanooga FC topping the table, 7 victories, 3 draws, boasting a goal difference of plus 14. Trailing behind is Maryland Bobcats, claiming the second spot with 5 wins, 1 draw, 5 losses. The Force standing in 4th position with 4 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss, and slightly behind in the 6th position is Club de Leon with 11 points. They're leading Gold Star FC by 2 points and Savannah by 6, but they're just shy of Michigan Stars FC by 1 point. They trail by a narrow margin, 3 points behind Albion San Diego and the Force.
Yeah, the table is looking very favorable for CFC. As you can see, the gap they're creating, in points, and maybe adding that up today, which again, it just tells you how this team is doing with 10 games in, already building up almost an 11-point difference for the second place.
A couple of changes down on the turf for these two clubs prior to the beginning of our second half of action. Chattanooga Football Club, Los Angeles Force in the NISA Game of the Week. About to return to play for half number 2, a 3-0 advantage for Chattanooga. The Force will start this second half with the football. To the far side, Chattanooga back in a defensive shell. Here's a long feed, a race to the football. Tayu is run off of the pitch and over the end line. Jean Antoine will work with the football. Antoine has been so good. Gave up a sloppy goal against Club de Leon on a kick. It came back out loose out in front, and Duque was able to just bury it. Club de Leon obviously erupted in celebration, and Zach, I don't think you can feel too bad about that. He's been so good this season.
Yeah, I mean, and as I talked about this before, it's lessons learned. As you can see today, different player, definitely moved on from that moment, displaying a game where he shows a lot of more trust, shows that he's on his toes, he's staying active, he's staying focused, and definitely, building up from a moment that probably wasn't he's most proud of, but we have room for errors at this time of the season, and again, he's been so clutch that the moments that he saved us, and just one little bitty mistake that won't change his reputation here, and we know what kind of goalkeeper he is, and so far this game already displaying some quality at saves.
Trying for the header, a collision down along the edge of the pitch. What a shot, and Antoine going to go ahead and dive for the ball. Tayu was able to drive that one into the 18 and fire off a shot. No result as it deflected off of Chattanooga defenders. Los Angeles going to try again. All the way back to the keeper. Gomez has allowed 3 goals here tonight, a 3-0 advantage for Chattanooga Football Club. Los Angeles, long feed, far side, too much juice as this sails up and onto the concourse. The Force certainly have worked something out here to open this second half. Chattanooga to the far side to Mawape. Mawape looking interior, not for long. CFC, Alvarenga, he scored in that first half, up to McGrath. McGrath, he's got a beat on the football. Passing close side, looking for Louis and just out of his reach.
Yeah, definitely expecting better from McGrath. You know, didn't pick the correct pass. It was a good run, good movement. I'm sure he's frustrated, and we'll learn from this and hope for a better ball next time.
Los Angeles. All the way back, long feed over the midfield stripe. Making his way back towards the center of the pitch. The Force over the center circle. Around a trio of defenders to the close side. Here's a long feed, looking for Tayu with a header as there is a big collision. Hopefully they're all right.
Yeah, those collisions are always very scary. You know, you never know who got the worst out of it. You know, what really are the consequences. You know, immediately you see the medical staff rushing in, definitely a player down with pain. Hopefully both of them will come out of this uninjured, but I'm sure the pain's definitely noticed right here, looking at them on the pitch right now.
Placencia still down on the turf, and hopefully he's all right. He went down quickly. A big collision with Bowers, who is also slow to rise. NISA Game of the Week here on 11 Sports FIFA Plus. Entering the 50th minute in a 3-0 contest between Chattanooga Football Club and the Force of Los Angeles. I'm Gabriel Schrei here with my good friend and analyst Zeka Fejas. Zeka, the Force getting some heat here and some momentum as this second half begins.
Right. You can notice that they have some frustration from that first half, coming off the gate fast and trying to do something about the score sheet. Still CFC staying sharp, you know, as the beginning of this first half. Unfortunately, with the collision there, the referee sees a free kick for LA Force and awards Adam Bowers with the yellow card, which again, in my opinion, that wasn't the case. It was just a collision that happens in the game, and a free kick here for LA Force, him another chance for them to maybe come up with something and start creating trouble.
Here's the kick, bending it backside. Antoine swats it, then Riga Heathers. Dangerous, dangerous loss of the football.
Yeah, that wet ball, you know, can be tricky. Hopefully Antoine will do something with his gloves, the next time around he'll catch that clean.
Chattanooga Football Club rolling this all the way back to Antoine. Capizzucci working with the football, close touch line. This is Perez. Perez knifing this one along that line. Can't keep it on the field of play. Bowers will come back in. Tor throwing in. Chattanooga over to Mawape. Mawape in the middle third of the field. Back to the captain, Richard Dixon. Chattanooga to Bowers. Scored on his birthday, the first goal of the night coming in the 31st minute by Aiden Bowers. Talk about putting a bow on it. What a present. Long feed, far side, just along the touchline. This one squeaks away. Here come the force of Los Angeles. Pass to the close side. Lots of pressure by Perez via Toro. Working away from him, now taken by Chattanooga. Not for long. Tor scoops this back up for the force. Along that midfield stripe. We're into the 53rd minute here inside of Finley Stadium. Los Angeles centering ball, the force. This one off the heel and looking for a teammate. Couldn't hook anyone up. Taken by Chattanooga. Bowers along the edge of the 18 to Dixon. Richard Dixon, what a nifty move. The wily veteran, the captain, flips this to Perez. Perez dancing along the touchline, stopping there. A little ankle breaker. Chattanooga up to McGrath. McGrath to Juan Louis. Juan Louis in the channel, down along the end line, fighting his way onto the edge of the 18, and the football is taken away by Tor. Big collision here on the slide. Richard Dixon, the captain, flips this back. Chattanooga still bringing pressure, still moving with great pace. This is Calvin Mawape. Mawape knifing his way towards the box. There's the pass to Marcus Nagelstad and cleared away by the Los Angeles Force. Great effort defensively by the Force to eliminate that threat momentarily. Midway through the 54th minute, 3-0 Chattanooga, 11 Sports, FIFA Plus. Juan Louis knifing his way towards the box. Nifty move, football taken away. The Force, boys in gold, skying this one up the pitch. Over the midfield stripe, battle for it. Perez got it back to Bowers. Bowers across. This is Richard Dixon. Went up the pitch, a couple of connecting feeds. Chattanooga looking to advance the football. Perez didn't like the look initially. Back near the center field stripe, got it up. Chattanooga coming with some steam. Here's the close side, Louis centering feed and cleared away by the Force. Kept alive by Alvarenga. Alvarenga up to the penalty arc. Nagelstad fires, deflected away. Chattanooga's Perez leaves it off. Now he'll gather it. Dixon told him to take it. Far side to Nagelstad. Mawape on the back end channel. Knifing his way into the box, given off. McGrath fires, deflected away defensively. Alvarenga, he scored once already. Close side, Juan Louis off the heel to Alvarenga and off of the face of Hernandez as he headers this over the end line.
I mean, we're noticing some similar situations here in the second half, Gabe, as we've seen on the first. CFC keeping the ball around LA Force's box. Some good options, some shots coming out of it, well blocked by LA Force. And, you know, the changes that we were expecting to see so far hadn't yet displayed on the second half. LA Force behaving similarly, so does CFC, showing superiority on this half, similar to the first half. So, again, maybe more goals coming our way.
Here comes the corner for Chattanooga Football Club. Mawape dipped this off. Now along the touchline, Calvin Mawape looking to the interior, lofting this one, and Gomez flashes the gloves. Marcus Nagelstad is letting him hear his word. Nagelstad chasing the golden boot. He's been in pursuit of it all season long, so electric. Nagelstad, 7 goals in 10 games. Tied with Darwin Espinal, he has 7 goals in 11. Ignacio Ten Lopez, 5 goals in 6 games. Los Angeles force, Tayu looking backside. A lot of space to work with for LA if they can keep this alive, and they do. Just along the touchline, Placencia giving it off and forced out by Chattanooga. Thought he would go to Placencia, goes to Villatoro. Villatoro along the edge of the 18. Here's one pass. Now the long shot. Too much juice on the backside.
Yeah, it's going to take something a little better than that to beat Antoine from far. LA with options, you know, creating around CFC's box, but still not a very solid chance for them.
Antoine gets Chattanooga started. Chattanooga Football Club. Long pass, far side. This goes out of play. Into the Volkswagen banner. Home of the ID4, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Volkswagen, such an excellent partner for Chattanooga Football Club. They are just unbelievable and unwavering in their support.
Yeah, an iconic sponsor that we have the privilege to put on our shirt.
Close side, it's Juan Louis just along the touchline. This goes out. It'll go to Tor. And a collision here. A card as well, flashed. Nagelstad, too much contact with Hernandez, and now he's shoved. Hopefully Hernandez is all right. The captain, Kanan, a shove to the chest of Nagelstad.
Yeah, unfortunately, a late play there. The ball gets kicked by LA Force's defender, and fortunately maybe catches Nagelstad, which he didn't seem to mean to catch, you know, to commit a foul of that sort of level. The referee calls it, gives him the yellow card. So something that he needs to be careful on as the second half unfolds, and we still got 30 minutes to play.
And the force of Los Angeles still arguing their case to the official. Keenan, the captain, he's got the yellow armband. He steps back to check on Hernandez. Hernandez, I mentioned in the first half, definitely the player to watch. Crucial piece for the force of Los Angeles. 2 goals this season for the defender. He's been an anchor. Midway through the 60th minute from Chattanooga, Tennessee on 11 Sports and FIFA Plus. It's 3-0 CFC as they lead the force of Los Angeles. Undefeated Chattanooga, 7-3-0, 3 draws, 7 wins. 4-2-1 Los Angeles Force, 4 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Thank you for tuning in wherever you may be and being with us for a thrilling night inside of Finley Stadium. Under the lights, it's prime time. Gabriel's Fries, Zeka Fejas. It certainly has that electric feeling, doesn't it?
It does, you know, from an awful afternoon with so many storms and heavy rain, you know, as we see here the evening, as it gets later and later, you know, very nice temperature, definitely helping the game being played at such a high level today.
Chattanooga scoring 3 times, first in the 31st minute, then in the 37th, and then an added time of that first half. Goals scored by Bowers, Nagelstad, and Alvarenga, respectively. Here come the force of Los Angeles, shut down by Mawape, flipped back towards the center field stripe, all the way back to the captain, Keenan. Keenan rolls this back to the keeper, Gomez. Gomez, close side, Hernandez. Ivan Hernandez skying the football up the pitch, headed away by Perez. Shut down momentarily, Louis. Back to Perez. Bowers. He's gonna loft this one. Taken at Dixon momentarily, and the whistle. Seven international athletes on the Chattanooga Football Club roster. They include Richard Dixon from Jamaica, Jungwoo from South Korea, Antoine from Haiti, Juan from Haiti, Mwape from Zambia, and Prepelita from Moldova. 6 for the Los Angeles Force, including Lutfi Arthur from Brazil, Correa Sanchez from Colombia, Hernandez Pedro from Spain, Plasencia from Mexico, Santiago from Colombia, and Keenan from Israel. Here come the Los Angeles Force. Centering feed, this one loose momentarily. Chattanooga clearing it away towards the middle third. Juan Louis, look at the speed, he's got wheels. Louis, close side, doesn't like the look, retreating away from Hernandez. Left off, Marcus Nagelstad can't gather the football. Dixon, the captain, all the way back towards the middle third of the pitch, up to Mwape. Now the whistle. Dixon is down. I was looking away from him towards the ball. I'm not sure what happened.
He got caught off the ball, you know, just as he continued to make this run. LA Forces player caught him. But again, it didn't look nothing too bad, you know. See Richard walking off.
Juan Louis getting a change and a fresh new face. Jesus Ibarra onto the field for the first time for Chattanooga Football Club.
Yeah, the new signing. Let's see how he behaves today. You know, a lot of expectations. So I'm excited to see him on the field.
Mwape. Backdoor, here's a chance, sliding, and this one finds its way over the end line.
Nice play executed by CFC. Unfortunately, turned out to be a little too long for McGrath's run, but again, it was almost to the tee. Very close for CFC to executing a perfect play. Probably would caught. It caught me for sure, and I don't doubt that LA Force was very stunned when they pulled this off.
Jesus Ibarra going to be an interesting piece for Chattanooga Football Club, an already dominant offense, as evidenced by their 3-0 lead here in the 65th minute. 2 seasons on the USL 1 side with Greenville Triumph SC, where he appeared in 51 matches during 21 and 22. The San Diego native tallied 2 goals and 1 assist in his first year, including the go-ahead goal in the club's semifinal playoff win over USL 1's team in Eastridge, Tennessee. Before joining Greenville, the midfielder signed with the USL Championship club Charleston Battery in 20 and began his professional career in 19. What a move to clear the football.
Oh, yeah.
Los Angeles gives it off to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to filter it through traffic. Ibarra leaves it off, already making an impact. This is Marcus Nagelstad, the star striker, and he loses the ball, gathered up by Los Angeles. Hernandez flipping it close side, taken away by Dixon momentarily. Los Angeles getting the tackle, now moving with the ball. Not a ton of space to work with, flipped close side to Tayu. Tayu closing in on the 18. There's his move, looking to the interior. He collides with a Chattanooga defender, and the football escapes over the goal line.
What a tackle by Lopez. Perfectly timed, gets the ball. You know, the ball goes off to a corner, but what a piece of defending from him.
The Force now the recipients of a corner kick. Los Angeles. From the corner, the long ball delivered backdoor. Antoine gloves it. What a save by Jean-Antoine Hernandez. Placed a perfect ball on net. Jean-Antoine was a stone wall.
Yeah, he was positioned very well, caught that ball on the bounce, you know, not an easy save. Unfortunately, seems that on a rebound, a leg was left and maybe, you know, got a contact with him, but hopefully nothing too serious that can, you know, he can continue here in the second half.
Closing in on the 68th minute here in Chattanooga. 3-0 CFC lead over the Los Angeles Force. 11 Sports, FIFA Plus. And what was a dreary, dark, pretty much awful afternoon. I mean,
yeah.
It was a brutal thunderstorm, very aggressive
scary.
weather. Yeah, I was a little scared.
Yeah, some branches on my yard came down, you know, pretty close to my car. So I mean, it wasn't something, you know.
Saw some
light.
trees down in Cleveland, Tennessee, which is maybe 35 minutes from where we are right here.
Yeah,
on the interstate.
Yeah, that's very scary. All of a sudden, that weather change. I mean, that's the summer for you. Very hard to predict what's going to happen.
Antoine is up and appears to be all right. Golden Glove winner from last season. 3 goals allowed through 10 games. To the close side, Perez. Chattanooga back to Bowers. Long feed. Perez in traffic, feeling the heat. He goes down hard on top of the football. Placencia, the one who came down on the ball, holding his side, looks to be all right. Midway through the 69th minute here inside of Finley Stadium. Chattanooga into the attacking third. Jesus Ibarra galloping with the football, double teamed, has it poked away momentarily. He regathers, in trouble, through 3 defenders now, flipped down low. Alvarenga just along the end line. He goes down hard. Los Angeles pass close side. Villatoro working it up the pitch. The Force. Tayu, long feed, picked off by Chattanooga. McGrath in the middle third of the field. Perez to Jesus Ibarra. Jesus walking, galloping down towards the box. Double teamed, heavily defended, and now forced out of play by Los Angeles.
Yeah, Jesus Ibarra displaying a good game, you know, very good on the ball, good feet, keeps possession, doesn't lose it easily, you know, for sure. A player that we'll be definitely noticing more and more as the season goes on, and CFC needs, you know, that depth in the bench, and he come in halfway through the season, looks like to be a solid player.
Chattanooga Football Club now for the corner kick. Here's the delivery and gathered by Gomez. Spiked off of the turf, far side, Los Angeles. They've got a beat on it, skying the football, close side of the pitch. In a bit of trouble, trying to escape Perez. Placencia centers this one, back a bit now. Los Angeles along the touchline, right back to Placencia. He's looking up ahead of him. Doesn't like the amount of traffic. They'll return to Ivan Hernandez. Hernandez filters this far side. The Force back to Ivan Hernandez. Hernandez lasers it up the pitch. This one rolls all the way back to Jean-Antoine.
CFC staying composed, staying sharp, managing the game well this second half, you know, putting pressure on LA Force too, which they, you know, are having so much trouble today coming up with anything.
Chattanooga through traffic. Dixon. Long feed for Chattanooga, far side, it's Mawape. Kelvin Mawape. Heavy traffic in front of him, doesn't like the look, centered up, CFC to Nagelstad. Nagelstad was looking for Ibarra there, I believe. Football is flipped out of play accidentally by CFC.
The ball's moving fast. It's, you know, people are taking 1 or 2 touches max. Marcus for sure needs to understand that and continue to move the ball to better positions where, you know, CFC could have potentially come up with another chance.
Gomez to Hernandez. He'll get Los Angeles started. Closing in on the 73rd minute inside of Finley Stadium. Chattanooga Football Club leading 3-0 over the Force of Los Angeles. Long feed along the touchline. LA through the center of the field, still alive, trying to filter this. Backside in the channel, and it escapes over the touchline. That was a good look and a good effort, trying to find Aldo Quintanilla back there.
Yeah, it's going to take something special to break CFC's line of defense. You know, that was some quick play from LA Force. Unfortunately, the last pass wasn't perfectly timed, but, you know, it was a good effort for them trying to come up with a solution here to play out of CFC's press.
Capizzucci, Perez, they have been flawless and seamless tonight performing on the pitch.
Yeah, I'm sure those guys are aware of the, you know, of the situation of the club, of the league. You know, they haven't played together lately and definitely wanted to step up and show what they're capable of today.
The Force flipped close side. Antoine dives and gloves it. Here's a chance for LA while Antoine is resetting. Mawape boots it away, buying Antoine time to reset. Now the football rolls over the end line.
Yeah, not a bad effort here from LA Force. CFC needs to stay alert.
A corner kick coming for the Force of Los Angeles. Here's the delivery along the edge of the goal box, and the header goes wide right. Keenan, the captain, trying for the score. McGrath from the 18, now Bowers. Birthday boy left off for Dixon. Chattanooga, McGrath, close end of the pitch, Perez. All the way back, Chattanooga not liking the pressure they're facing in the middle third of the pitch. CFC, 2 quick passes. Here's a long ball up the field, McGrath. Up to Mawape. Kelvin Mawape walking his way down into the attacking third. Back to Alvarenga. Stripling and Alvarenga working with the football. To the center of the AstroTurf. Captain Richard Dixon to Perez. Perez down to Bowers. Chattanooga will retreat to the backside of the field again. Gene Antoine skying the football the length. The center field stripe kept alive by Mawape. Nearly a race to the football. Gomez keeping it away from Nagelstad. And now cleared by Los Angeles. Dixon trying for a header off the boot. Hernandez nearly had something going for the Force. Chattanooga able to get it back. Ibarra jockeying his way along the touchline. He goes down. I love the way Ibarra moves with the football.
Yeah, very composed on the football. Nice skills, nice footwork. Definitely showing experience, you know, from a player that has been around, you know, the leagues and understands, you know, what's needed to be playing this level.
Gonzalo Salguero getting a change onto the field of play, wearing number 4 for Los Angeles. Rod Underwood shouting out onto the pitch. Here's a pass deep along the edge of the box for Alvarenga. Back to Ibarra. Jesus Ibarra booting it back and forth, deking 2 defenders in his way. Doesn't like the look. Back to Perez. Perez to Dixon. A full reset for Chattanooga Football Club. 3-0 advantage on 11 Sports and FIFA Plus for CFC. We're here inside of Finley Stadium. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be. I'm Gabriel Schreiz. Zeka Fejas is with me. Zeka, the time has grown short very quickly for Los Angeles.
Yeah, they're running out of time. You know, if they're going to do something in the second half, they better come up with this soon because, again, we're getting up there.
What's the mindset when you need to score 3 goals in a situation like this? How are you feeling when Gene Antoine is the keeper?
Yeah, it's tricky, you know, as you see the minutes add up and not really an effort to show that you're capable of. It can be frustrating.
This is McGrath beating out Keenan, and this will roll over the end line. He slides down onto the turf as well.
McGrath, as usual, putting in the miles. You know, I wouldn't doubt that he's the player that logs in the most amount of miles, you know, definitely with the deep runs on both ends of the pitch. You know, one of those midfielders that we call box to box, and he does that so well. So nice to see, so nice to have him on the CFC jersey.
Hernandez back with the football to the close side. Los Angeles running into a wall from Chattanooga in the midfield. Gomez rockets this far side, propelled carefully up to the touchline. The force into the center third of the pitch. A long outlet pass, looking far side for Quintanilla. Centered up. Los Angeles has it cleared away. Chattanooga, Ibarra walking his way through the middle of the field all the way far side. CFC, an outlet pass again for Ibarra. Gomez beats him to the football. Cleared away by Gomez. Los Angeles force with possession, passing it close side. Down to Quintanilla. He's defended by Perez, trying to go around him. Regathered by Hovell. Sent back to the center of the pitch, skying far side. Headed at by Stripling. For a moment, Mawape was after it, taken away. Great job maintaining possession by Hernandez and the force. Los Angeles close side, just along the touchline. Long winding shot covered by Antoine carefully. Deep in the second half, Chattanooga Football Club with possession of the ball. Outlet pass, Jesus Ibarra looking back for McGrath, and the intercept by Ivan Hernandez. This one's for the fans.
Oh yeah, don't they love that?
Dixon rolling this far side. Kelvin Mawape. Mawape picking his way along the sideline, double teamed. Not feeling the heat there. Back and forth. He goes with a teammate. Nifty move, and he lost the football. Throw in by Los Angeles. The force skying this up the pitch. Chattanooga headed at. Still loose. The force coming away with the football. Los Angeles given off through the center circle. Taken back by Chattanooga. McGrath goes to a teammate. Ball comes right back to him. Chattanooga looking long for Mawape. Kelvin Mawape double teamed. Flips it up to the touchline. Corralled by McGrath. Alex McGrath coming into the edge of the box. Looking inside for Nagelstad. Deflected away by the defender and gathered by Gomez.
Some good runs by McGrath. Unfortunately, he couldn't pick Nagelstad on that cross. Ball gets blocked by LA Force. But CFC, you know, try and keep going for the goal. Maybe adds one on, for the cushion, which again, the game, in my opinion, we can call it a wrap, since LA Force is not really coming up with a solution for all the CFC's efforts and all the quality that CFC has displayed on this game.
Chattanooga Football Club here in the NISA League Game of the Week, leading 3-0 midway through the 82nd minute. They came into the second half with a 3-0 lead, though our 3 goals came in the 31st, 37th, and added time of the first half. Foot race to the ball there. Gomez able to beat out Ibarra.
Ibarra with a good game so far, you know, getting on the football, trying to play, trying to create chances for himself and others. You know, very, very positive performance so far for the debutant.
There's something about him that is special. You can see the way he moves the football. I will tell you, I also had that impression before I ever saw him play from talking to Coach Underwood. There's, you know, Coach Underwood is such a genuine, kind guy. You can see it in his eyes. He was excited. Like, he was excited to talk about Jesus.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was thrilled to be able to sign a player like this. That he wouldn't do it if he didn't know that, you know, Jesus could add to CFC, as we've seen today, and hopefully as the games go on, we'll see more of him on the game.
Perez trying to finesse that up the pitch, unable to do so. Coach Lujan picking up the football, flipping it back into play quickly. Now a substitution coming for Chattanooga Football Club.
Mumu gets off and Damian making its way in.
Kelvin Mwape taking a break. The local product from Dalton, Georgia. For our viewers from out of state overseas, Dalton, Georgia is just about 45 minutes south of Chattanooga, if that, maybe less.
Yeah, maybe 30 even.
Played at Dalton High School, very well known locally and beloved by Chattanooga Football Club fans, and his footwork is just nasty.
Yeah, he adds to the team. Very good player. He's getting a couple of seasons in his belt. You know, it's nice to see some change. You know, CFC definitely needs it. You know, keeping people fresh and giving people some opportunities.
Here come the Force, long shot, too much juice. This sails wide. 2 oldest players on the pitch, 32 years old, 39 years old. Richard Dixon is 32, Keenan 39.
Wow, 39. That's unheard of on this league, I believe. But you know, nice to see oldest players keeping on their fitness and composure, playing with the young guns.
I wish I could capture your face when I said that and tweet it.
Yeah, 39. I wasn't ready for that.
Rodriguez fires wide right. Here in the 85th minute, a scoring chance for Damian Rodriguez. 3-0 Chattanooga Football Club, 11 Sports, FIFA Plus. Another change for Chattanooga. Lenny Lopez coming onto the pitch. Marcus Nagelstad off of the field of play. What a performance for him.
Yeah, another go adding to his 50th on the tally for CFC's top scorer. I'm sure he's thinking about it. He's getting close to every game, put in his mark. You know, today with a yellow card, maybe Coach Rod being a little cautious, you know, avoiding any other situations. And Lenny Lopez, we know for sure that he has gold on his pockets as well, getting up an opportunity there to add a couple for him for the season.
Centered up for Los Angeles. Far side of the pitch, just along the touchline. This one finesses its way out of play. Marcus Nagelstad, you said it, the all-time record for scoring. Multiple scorers finished their career with Chattanooga Football Club with 52 goals all-time. Nagelstad has 50 goals after scoring his 8th on the season. Here's the centering feed. Header skying away by Chattanooga. Antoine diving and batting this away. Still alive. Chattanooga working with it. Jostling for possession. Alvarenga loses it. Headed by Dixon over to Lenny Lopez. Lopez dancing along the touchline around Ivan Hernandez. Left off for the captain, Richard Dixon. All the way back to the center of the pitch. Chattanooga taking their time with the football as we wind towards the 88th minute. Here comes Alvarenga. Alvarenga on the corner of the 18. Looking both ways. Not really feeling it. He'll go back. Perez. Chattanooga Zabara loses the football. Coming up next for Los Angeles in the Force, July 8th, they'll be at Albion in San Diego. Then on the 14th, another long road trip up to Michigan, Great Lakes State, to battle the Michigan Stars. And staying on the road 5 days later, still in Michigan, against Gold Star FC Detroit on July 19th. Next for Chattanooga Football Club, a home match next weekend against Michigan Stars FC. Then on the road on July 19th against Maryland Bobcats FC. Then another home match on the 5th of August against Savannah Clovers Football Club. This one back off of the field immediately on the whistle. The kick will come from just off of the corner of the bench. McGrath and Ibarra. Ibarra in the early seconds of the 89th minute. Back to McGrath, Chattanooga Football Club. Jesus Ibarra, another whistle. Lopez arguing with the official. Being sent away. Gomez will take the kick. Gomez, a rocket up the field of play. The header, Chattanooga all the way back to Antoine. We've reached full time, waiting for a signal of added time. 4 added minutes. Quite a lot of added time.
Yep. Referee definitely added up the minutes here.
Free soccer, I'll take all the free NISA League Game of the Week I can get.
That's right.
This is Los Angeles working their way into the attacking third. Long delivery headed away by Aiden Bowers. How about scoring a goal on your birthday? How cool is that?
I mean, it's special, and I'm telling you, players sometimes go with a little bit of extra motivation playing on these sorts of nights, you know, with their birthday being celebrated, knowing that, hey, how special would it be to score tonight? And going with that amount of belief Bowers, you know, executed, I'm sure he's going to be very happy with not only the goal but the win and how he played today. For me, so far, man of the match.
Big save right there by Antoine, and he's not feeling it. He's going to come out and boot this away.
Yeah, just to be sure.
He's been all over it tonight, coming way out, making those saves, batting everything away.
Yeah, keeping the clean sheet, very important for him.
Los Angeles Angeles on the corner of the 18. Quintanilla deking, looking inside, pass out front, saved by Antoine. Chattanooga Football Club touches it away.
What a save by Antoine, keeping that clean sheet again deep on the second half, added time, still composed and sharp. Very important for CFC, that save.
Ivan Hernandez with the throw-in. Aiden Bowers deflected away. Batted up towards the center of the pitch. Long feed, Quintanilla. Quintanilla along the far touchline. Walking down towards the box and deflected by McGrath. This one skies right back to Los Angeles. Salguero, centering pass. This one deflected off the head of a Chattanooga defender. Flipped back over his shoulders. CFC still working to gain possession and clear it. And a collision here results in a whistle. Captain, not liking that. Keenan is fired up tonight.
Yeah, he is, trying something here. I mean, what else is left for LA Force to do? Not just to maybe trying to get CFC a yellow card here or something, because a goal, they weren't able to.
Antoine, long ball, skying up the pitch, just along the touchline, taken at by the Force. This one headered, still loose on the edge of the center circle. Chattanooga looking for the tackle. It's Richard Dixon in pursuit of Teyu. This one through the center of the field. Somehow Los Angeles getting the long lead pass. Quintanilla backside, just inside of the 18, looking front side, and this one rolls off of the field of play. Added time winding quickly. We've nearly reached 4 minutes played.
Yeah, LA Force making CFC, work all the way through.
7 clean sheets this season for last year's Golden Glove winner, Gene Antoine, looking to make it 8. 3-0 lead here in the final stages as the whistle sounds, and Chattanooga Football Club clinches 3 additional points in this week's NISA League Match of the Week.
Yeah, what a game, what a performance by Chattanooga tonight. Making the community, supporters, everybody proud, to witness, the game being, just played well and mature and kept consistency all the way through. A clean sheet, very important, coming off a tie this past week, and a huge victory at home is exactly what everybody wanted.
Coming up next on Saturday, July 8th, Albion San Diego will face Los Angeles Force at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Canyon Crest Stadium. Also on Saturday, July 8th, will be Chattanooga FC's next match. They'll host the Michigan Stars at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here in Finley Stadium. What key takeaways should folks at home have from tonight's contest, Zeka?
Well, it's just the level of play by CFC, how maturity displayed today with a not so great result this past week, and learning from those mistakes, and tonight definitely put on a performance that makes everybody very proud.
Goals scored in the 31st, 37th, and 45th minute of this contest by Aiden Bowers, Marcus Nagelstad, and Alvarenga. It's time to select our man of the match here tonight. It's a tough one. Who are you going to go with, Zeka? Who is your man of the match?
I mean, a special night for a player who's celebrating his birthday. Not only keeping the clean sheet, but helping the team offensively. Bowers with a great performance today, stepping up, missing his partner with Prepelica, but tonight also Capozzucci stepping in and performing very well. But Bowers for me, man of the match.
Fantastic. Our man of the match, Aiden Bowers, and that will wrap up our coverage of tonight's contest. What an excellent game for Chattanooga Football Club, the Los Angeles Force, our entire crew, as well as my partner and friend, Zeka Fejas. I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long.